Hey, good morning. Happy Monday, November 22nd. It's 19 degrees here in Vail Village. I'm your host, Ashley LaFleur, out in the field. We're really excited to kick off this holiday week with you and get you ready to just make the most out of your time while you're here in the Vail Valley. So buck up those seats, get that coffee. VDL starts now.
Hi, I'm Trisha Swenson.
I'm Brazzo.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Ken Hovey.
I'm Meredith Kirkman.
I'm Ty Diaz.
I'm Charlie Kennedy.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
We are VDL.
Vail Daily Live.
We are VDL.
VDL. We are VDL.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Daily Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here in the studio, keeping warm while Ashley LaFleur is out there in 19 degrees, as you just heard her say. But those cold temperatures overnight are awesome for our snowmaking efforts on Vail Mountain, on Beaver Creek Mountain as well. So we are fortunate to have the temperatures low enough that we can make snow right now, because Mother Nature really hasn't been helping us out. We got a little bit over the weekend, but really not much to put a dent into our situation, where we only really have a few runs open on Vail. And if you have not heard yet, Beaver Creek has delayed their opening. They traditionally open up the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday, the 24th of November. Not happening this year. We haven't heard what date they're going to open, but they're waiting for them to be able to make more man-made snow, and maybe for Mother Nature to kick in as well. So that's the biggest news that happened over the weekend. But we do want to let you know that the Birds of Prey races are a go. We did get that news, and we'll tell you more about that in the Vail Daily Headlines. And we've got all your headlines for you today. A lot of things happening around the valley right now. Things are really starting to wake up after kind of a sleepy off season. We call the off season basically when after the fall leaves change and people go home, the visitors go home, and the locals just kind of keep working and cranking things out until everyone comes back for the holidays. And we saw that yesterday. We were up on Vail Mountain yesterday. The ticket line was bustling, so people are coming to town. You're going to see a lot more people in town than what you've seen in the last few weeks. But once again, Beaver Creek will not be opening on opening day, but the chocolate chip cookie competition, the world's best chocolate chip cookie competition, will still be happening. And we'll be having that at 2 o'clock on Wednesday as scheduled, and the winner will be announced at 3 p.m. It'll be People's Choice Award. You get a token when you get your cookies, and you get to vote, and we'll find out who wins the $5,000 this year. But Rachel, can we check in with Ashley?
Yep,
All right.
yes.
Ashley is standing by. Oh, Ashley. All right. Where are you this morning?
I'm shopping at the European Snowboard Museum. Okay, so Trisha, we have this tradition in my family. We don't really do presents for Christmas anymore, but what we do is an ornament exchange.
Oh,
And
cute.
these are so cool. They're Vail specific, and oh my God, like what a great little memento for your time here. And then obviously it doesn't take like a whole lot of room in
Yeah.
your suitcase, but these are so cool. So I'm
Are those
shopping for the
are those
holidays. Is what I'm
wooden?
doing.
Are those wooden?
Yeah, these are wooden. And look at, like, I like this one too. Look at
Yeah.
that with the covered bridge in there, and then you have the logo and the gondola. Like,
Oh,
so special. And I mean, they're $10. Like,
yeah.
so affordable and so beautiful and very Vail specific. Oh, they have one for Beaver Creek too. Look, you're just talking about that chocolate chip cookie competition.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be taking place right here by that ice rink.
Oh, that's so
Gorgeous.
cool. Wow.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I
I mean, if
like
you're
it.
looking for really great gifts for your time to remember the holidays in Vail, this would be a really good place to come and do a little shopping.
I know. And you know what? I think that's so fun that when you are putting the ornaments on your tree, you remember, oh, yeah, I remember I got that from Ashley, or I got this
Yeah.
way back when. So it just kind of creates memories when you're decorating the tree. Good idea.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, there's so much more than just the museum. And here also, like, here, come over here. Okay, so also, for instance, I have some ski clothes I was going through this weekend that I kind of, let's say maybe I worked for oh, don't. All right, live TV. Here we are. But I work for another TV station, and I need to cover the logo on my
Oh,
jacket.
yeah.
Look at this. The iron-on kit is included. How cool!
Oh, that's super cool. And I love how they have
Yeah.
a lot of that vintage poster art and then they just change it to maybe say Vail and everything. So, and all those fun signs behind you. Like if you have a
I
favorite
know.
run, you could
Yeah. Yeah. Get in here.
get everyone in the family a favorite run, little thing for Christmas too. They could put it in their
Yeah.
room.
I mean, I feel a little cappuccino. That's kind of my favorite right now because I need to get some of that in my life.
Yeah.
Also, they have like cool things like these little art prints and stuff that you can frame, and it
Yeah.
has everything from the Vail Valley. I love this. Like even Pete Seibert and Earl Eden. Hey, remember when you got Pete Seibert Jr. on the show for
Yeah.
opening day last weekend? Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Very
Even has like
cool.
the elevation. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna be shopping. Did you need me to work? Because I'm
Yeah,
mostly just
totally.
gonna be
You can
shopping.
get your Christmas
All right.
shopping done during the commercial breaks. Hey, but Ashley, big news. I mean, well, Friday is when they announced that Beaver Creek was not going to open on opening day. They're delaying their opening, so that's big news. Which is pretty expected. I know Telluride delayed their opening, Steamboat delayed their opening. A lot of places have, so it's not that big of a surprise to us here that we've been, living this relatively warm and dry fall. But the other big news, the FIS, the International Federation of Skiing, has deemed it so. We will have the Birds of Prey races happening the weekend after Thanksgiving. And this is big news, because this is really the only race that we have for the U.S. Alpine team to come back to on American soil. And so we're really excited for them to be here and all the other racers from around the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and the events surrounding it, like if you've never been before, there is something about just being able to stand there and to listen to the sound of these people racing down the slopes, like flinging their bodies 80 miles an hour plus down a sheet of ice on purpose. And most of them, the men that compete in these races, like Trisha, I had a chance to cover this for ESPN at one point. They're like refrigerators. They are like refrigerator
Yes.
humans flying 80 miles an hour plus down sheets of ice. And the sound that they make, it's just the atmosphere. It's so cool. So if you haven't ever gone before, I would urge you to go. Also, there are things like beers of prey. There's bloodies that are involved. So that, they like to also create a really cool atmosphere at the base too. If maybe like being on the snow is not your thing.
Yeah, totally. The beers and bloodies and the bloodies and bluegrass. That's gonna be on in the mornings and everything. And this being an Olympic year, pay attention to the names that you're hearing from all the different countries and on the U.S. team, because these will be the same names that you're going to be hearing during the Olympics. So it's kind of neat when it happens during an Olympic year, because it gives you a preview of what's to come at the Olympics. And this is free. You don't have to pay big bucks to go to it. It's free. You go up into the stands, and they are going to have just 2 speed events. So they're going to have a Super G on Friday as well as Sunday, and the downhill will be sandwiched in the middle of that. So no giant slalom this year. All the tech events are kind of keeping the tech teams together and the speed teams together due to COVID. They're trying to do whatever they can to allow their ski season to happen and their race season. So this is what they've deemed necessary, is to just have different pods for speed events and for technical events, is what I've been told.
I'm just excited that it's happening regardless. And obviously, like, did you ever grow up ski racing? Because this was new to me
No.
when I moved out here. I didn't know that people did this.
You know what? I first got on a pair of skis in my friend's riverbank. She lived next to the river. We were in North Dakota, so we didn't have many hills. We had like the interstate overpasses. That was kind of like an elevation gain, and then riverbanks. So I learned there first, and then on the hills of Minnesota before ever coming to Colorado. So yeah, I know nothing about the racing background, but a lot of these folks that'll be out there have been skiing, since they've been walking generally. So it'll be pretty cool to see what they're able to throw down and the types of speeds. And the snowmaking crews and really the Talons crew, they do such a good job of getting that course ready. And actually, they don't want natural snow. They want that man-made snow. They inject it with water. It's basically an ice rink that's pitched at a very steep, steep angle all throughout. So it should be pretty cool.
Yeah, I blows my mind. I mean, I've been up there, like on Birds of Prey just in the summertime. That's part of one of the tours, and like just looking over, like
Oh
in
yeah,
the summertime, and then you add like ice to that on purpose.
yeah,
I mean, like I can't, like,
I know.
can't. Like,
It's mind blowing.
yeah, to me,
Okay.
it's absolutely amazing.
Well, actually, we'll let you continue to shop, and then we're going to take it to a quick commercial break. We'll come back with weather, headlines, and more after this.
Hashtag Vail Live for your chance to be featured on Vail Daily Live.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897. Located in Solaris.
All right, I want to give you some details on the weather for today. Ashley was outside earlier. She said it was about 19 degrees in Vail, and that's what we're looking at, teens this morning as we wake up. But we're going to see things rise into the 50s by later on today in Vail. Expect to see plenty of sunshine and maybe just an east-northeast wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west later on this morning. Now, tonight we'll be dropping down into the 20s once again, and then we're going to reach into the 50s for your Tuesday. Will be a little cooler and a chance of some snow. Do your snow dance, everybody, as we head into Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wash your car, do whatever you need to do so we can hopefully get some snow from Mother Nature. But our daytime high on Wednesday will only be in the 30s. And then for Thanksgiving Day, we'll see a high in the upper 30s, low 40s, and a rather sunny day, which would be good for travel. A lot of people are traveling back and forth on that day, so at least we won't have to worry about the weather clogging up the roads. But that's a quick look at your weather report brought to you by Betteridge. And now we want to thank Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea for fueling our adventure this morning. They have two locations. One's in Minturn, their original roastery location, and their cafe. And then up at Beaver Creek, if you didn't come here last year, you didn't see that Starbucks has moved down. Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea has moved on in, and they've got empanadas and other baked goods, even some cocktails for you right at that location at Beaver Creek. But let's give you details on what made the headlines for today, Monday, the 22nd of November. And on the cover, you can see our resident Eagle County part-time local, Michaela Schifrin. She's there on the left, and she was second again to Slovakia's Petra Volhova in the second World Cup slalom in Levi, Finland on Sunday. Germany's Dita Dürr, she was on the right. She finished third. It was the same podium that happened on Saturday, so good results for the American to at least get on the podium. She was dealing with some back issues last week, which kind of kept her out of the racing scene, but she was back in Levy. And the cool thing about these races in Levy, the winner wins a reindeer. They don't take the reindeer home or anything. It just lives up in Lapland, Finland. And so Petra earned two reindeer this past weekend. But headlines for today: Birds of Prey races a go. The fastest male skiers on the planet will return to Beaver Creek in December for World Cup speed races after FIS, the Federation of Skiing, the snow control clears the course and deems it a go. You can read more about this on page A3. Also in today's paper, if you want to get ready for the ski season, well, the best of the Vail Valley exercise and outdoors. You can find out the best workout spot, best yoga studio, best Pilates, all the favorite runs on Vail and Beaver Creek, and your best Nordic track on page A19. And speaking of getting out there and burning some calories, we've got the turkey trot. We have a couple available for the family. You can do one in Eaglevale, Carbondale, Basalt, and Rifle on Thanksgiving Day. So turkey burner classes are going to be available at different exercise studios as well. So burn before so you can earn those calories on Thanksgiving. That story can be found on page B1 of the Arts and Entertainment section. All of these stories can be found in today's Vail Daily. Oh, one more breaking news thing. We got an alert overnight, and this is now on the vaildaily.com website. A fire broke out in Avon at about 1:48 this morning. Excuse us for these pictures. They're a little small. We didn't, of course, have the picture quality that early in the morning, but it was Building D at Liftview Condominiums, just off of Highway 6, kind of across from the Beaver Creek lots. So Building D, about 30 people were taken out of their homes. The Salvation Army is on site trying to help out. We had quite a bit of fire personnel from all the different locations helping out with this fire. So if you're wondering what was going on in Avon this morning, that's what was happening. So we'll be updating that story as we get more information in the Vail Daily. So check the website for more. And check the website throughout the day, too, for breaking news, different stories. You can sign up for our newsletters, whether it's our entertainment newsletter, breaking news newsletters, daily newsletters, and be able to get some details and keep up on things that are happening in our Vail Valley that way. You know, Vail Daily, you miss a day, you miss a lot. So pick up the paper so you can find out more about the happenings as we travel into the holiday week here in the Vail Valley. So, but let's take a look at Ashley. She is over at the Ski Museum. Hi there. Oh, now what did you find? An old map?
Trisha, I'm still shopping, but also indulging in my total history nerdiness. So this is one of the trail maps from 1975 in Vail. And so what I thought was really interesting is that, you know, you have gondola 1 here. Obviously it didn't have the Wi-Fi and the heated seats, right? But it would take you all the way to Mid-Vail. And then look at this. So you have Swingsvale and you also have Ramshorn, which are 2 of the runs that are open right now. So basically, like when you go up there and you're getting a little taste of that snow, it's vintage, right?
Yeah.
We're just taking it back to 1975. So just knowing that you were on some of the original runs that were part of Vail Mountain. And then you also have, you know, Espresso, you have Riva Glade, Riva Ridge, of course, and Prima off to the side here. But pretty cool to see what the mountain had in store for people back in 1975. Still took you all the way up to 11,250 feet. But really kind of cool. Even like you can see Game Creek, you know, Lost Boy over here, which of course was named for the boy that got lost on the mountain. And then, you know, it's really fun to be able to look back and to see what was going on in 1975. This is, you know, when I-70 was completed. So infrastructure started to change. The base area looks a little different than it does now, but very, very cool. You can see I-70, you know, going all the way across the valley floor rather than just Highway 6. People used to have to take Highway 6 not only, you know, on the valley floor, but over Vail Pass, over Loveland Pass. Like it was quite the effort to get here to Vail. But anyway, so this one right here, this is $125. They have all these cool posters that you can get and that you can frame. But this would be a really neat gift for a history nerd in your family, you know?
No, that's so cool. And I like, you know, Game Creek only having Lost Boy and the Woods. You know, there's no dealer's choice. There's no Deuce's Wild. Like, what is the back bowls? Let me see the back bowls.
Oh, the back bowls. Here we go. Like, we got one lift back there.
High Noon.
That's 5. There it is.
Wow.
Got High Noon Ridge, Après-Vu, Morningside Ridge, Windows still, and then of course Forever, Gotta
Oh
love
yeah.
some Forever right there. But yep, just one lift in the back bowls in 1975.
Wow, that is so crazy. Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a neat gift too. You could frame it. And and Ashley, speaking of trail maps, they aren't handing out trail maps anymore. I tried to request
Yeah.
one and I kept on getting shifted to a barcode. I'm like, no, 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 my phone freezes. I just want the trail map. And they're like, nope. And I'm like, okay. So if you happen to have any trail maps, like even just from like when they still were handing them out, please send them to me because I like to have them for, for resources, for references. Sometimes when we're talking about stories, we're like, what's that run again next to slot,
Right, yeah.
So I'm looking for trail maps, please, anybody.
Okay. All right. Also, yeah, also vintage now, which is kind of crazy to think of like that. But I think I have some stashed away. I used to like I'd grab one every time I'd come to the mountains. So I probably got you covered. I'll let
Okay.
you know as I keep cleaning out my closets for,
Yes.
holidays.
Yeah, definitely. And what's nice to know, we've got the ski museum this week. I know 11 to 5 are their hours, and because Ashley, with limited terrain, I just want to share with people that your lift lines might be a little longer because we'll only have Chair 4 open. As of today, I was looking at the report, and we've got 5 runs open. And some people think, what, did they open something new? I thought there was only 2 runs. No, there's actually 5 because they name from when you go up Chair 4, that ridge line between the top of 4 to Swingsville, that's a run. Swingsville is your second run, and then Upper Ramshorn, Lower Ramshorn, and then Power Line. So that's where they get 5 runs. But then Chair 4 at Midvale is the only one open to access to those areas. So you know what happens then the more people you have, and we've got the holidays here, it is going to be, so just entertain yourselves in the lift line. Okay, that's all I'm
Just
saying.
entertain. Yeah. Yeah, just bring people like Trisha along, and then you will never ever be bored. Like, you could also bring us with you in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Like on the phone. They could watch us and talk to us while they're in the lift line.
Yeah, they could chat with us. Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What are some of your lift line tactics to keep busy? And then Ashley, just to let people know, like at the end of the day, downloading capabilities are half of what they are for uploading. So they download every other car. So they do have like a little maze where you can wait. I haven't had to wait yet, but I've been going down earlier in the day. So just keep that in mind that there might be a tiny bit of a wait when you're coming down just because of the way they load Gondola 1.
Yeah.
So-
Well, and speaking of gondolas, Trisha, I don't know if you just saw the casual setting here,
Yeah.
but come on in. Let's give them a little peek at like what they could have, like in the 70s would have
Yes.
been waiting for to get in here. This luxury. Look at this. Like I would have to. I'm 5'7". Like I think I'd be bumping my head on this thing. I feel like this is like a Trisha size gondola.
I know. It's like a little playhouse.
If you're 5'2" to 4'8", like perfect for you. But otherwise, like probably going to be like hanging out the windows a little bit. And also, like I love seeing like the vintage skis and how skinny and long they were. Look at this, Jim Clark Ski Patrol. These were his skis. Like we can't even see the top of them.
Do they sit? Are the other ones? Are those Stein Erickson brand?
These
Look at
are
that.
Stein
Look at that.
Ericksons.
Wow.
And 180s for Kay Johnson. Kay Johnson skis. I love that they have like. How did you get names put on
I
your
know,
skis?
engraved in there.
We should go back to that. I like that. Yeah.
Instead of the little like ski school markers.
Wait just a second. I'm sorry. I just found the most glam skis of all time. These are Betty Ford skis.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. How cool is that, Betty
Wow.
Ford? Oh my gosh.
They look
Right,
brand
well,
new.
I mean, shoot, vintage maps. Let's just go back to like engraving names on skis and snowboards. I'm gonna see if I can make that happen.
That could be a new business venture for you.
There
you
we
know?
go.
Do you want
Actually.
cursive or do you want block letters? You can pick the
Well,
type. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like, yeah, what I could actually-
Calligraphy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, we're going to take a break, you guys. So we'll come back to you in just a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to give you some more details on what's going on this week. Nap Harvest is your marketplace for locally sourced products like seasonal organic produce, meats, cheeses, eggs, milk, freshly delivered breads, flowers, and gifts. Thanksgiving is here, so let Nap Harvest provide you with harvest decor, ingredients, meal planning and prep, and special touches for your holiday feast. Nap Harvest, your indoor farmers market, open 7 days a week in Eagle Ranch. Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. I'm Trisha Swenson. We're going to take a quick look at the roads out there right now. Things are rolling pretty smoothly. No weather-related delays just because of the absence of new snow. We've had a little bit of construction, but a lot of that construction has wrapped up by now. It usually goes through about the beginning to middle of November, just because they know typically we do get a lot more snow. But we have 4 cameras here for you, starting out with just 0.2 miles west of Vail Pass to a half mile east of Vail. And then Main Vail exit, looking good. And just 1 mile east of Dow Junction, looking good. One thing about Dow Junction, I think people could forget, it could be a very treacherous stretch of I-70. You don't realize the elevation gain and loss that you get depending on what direction you're going. Also, the windy roads, the way it turns and curves throughout there. Dow Junction oftentimes closes just due to accidents, people going a little too fast. They get a little complacent, and so slow it down throughout Dow Junction, because it is a pretty treacherous area of I-70. Hey, we do see some more snow, hopefully by midweek coming in. It's always good to have resources. seeatrip.org is a good resource for you to have. You can just log onto your computer at home to check roads. Also, having an app on your phone like seeatrip.org is a great one to download and have it ready for you. Sometimes if you get stuck in traffic, it's a good source to just find out what's ahead of you, what is happening, and when an estimated time for things to start flowing could be. So just be prepared, have some resources like that, and slow it down. And do expect heavy traffic as we roll into this holiday weekend. If you have friends coming up from Denver, or if you're watching from the Front Range or flying in, keep in mind that the roads could be a little busy coming up as everyone's trying to get up to the mountains for the holidays and then returning, especially on Sundays, pretty much any weekend through the winter and even now summer. They've been busy. A lot of people are enjoying all the amenities the mountains have. When they go back home, go back to the airport, it's a little crowded on I-70, so either plan to go early or maybe leave the next day. Monday mornings are always good if you can work that into your schedule. Or if you've got flights and a rental car, make sure you leave with plenty of time to accommodate everything and getting through the airport. I've heard that this is going to be the busiest a week of travel, especially with people now starting to travel again and everything. So allow extra time pretty much anywhere you're going for that. But hey, want to check in with a few things that are happening at Beaver Creek. Now, we gave you the announcement in the Vail Daily on Friday that Beaver Creek was delaying their opening. Instead of opening this Wednesday, they're going to delay it until they get some more snow made, and we're not sure when that's going to be. I'm sure they'll let us know because they're anxious to open, but so we want to let you know that is delayed. But what's not delayed is the world's best chocolate chip cookie competition. That'll be still on November 24th, Wednesday, starting at 2 p.m. and going till 3 because they announced the winner at 3, and those cookies are literally gone in about 12 minutes. So get down there early, get get in line. And there will be lines for these cookies. Each cookie baker who was chosen this fall based on their great recipes. There's 5 of them. They need to make 1,000 cookies each. So there'll be 5,000 cookies up for grabs, and a pretty cool event that has been a tradition up at Beaver Creek for quite some time now. So 1 o'clock is when things will start kind of kicking off with some music and everything, and then that'll go till 3, and then you can roll into après ski or go shopping or go ice skating. That is all going to be open for you. And want to remind you that also on Wednesday, Chris Anthony's documentary Mission Mount Maingard, that's going to be at the Vail Center as well. Tickets are still available, but we do expect it to sell out because its major debut is happening up in the valley this week. It debuted for the very first time down in Denver on Veterans Day and received rave reviews. So we're happy to have this film come to us. But after it leaves here, it's going to go over to Oregon and different locations, Aspen. So I'm not sure when the next time you'll be able to see it. So Mission Mount Maingard, an interesting documentary on the 10th Mountain Division. So check that out by going to valarpac.org to get your tickets for the show at 7:30 on Thursday. And then we have Thanksgiving up at Beaver Creek. And then on Friday, we're going to light the tree. This is the annual tree lighting, the 41st annual. Beaver Creek is 41 years old, had their big 40th anniversary last year. So we'll have that for you with all sorts of things, with Santa and some arts and crafts, and then ice skating. And then we'll have the show with some live music, professional skaters, and skating club folks. And it should be a great event for the family to enjoy. So you can download the app. Beaver Creek has an app that keeps you updated on a lot of different activities that are happening, and even some specials at the different stores and boutiques and restaurants. So it's a good thing to just have the app on your phone when you get here. So that's our big news for what's happening this week. Beaver Creek's delayed, but we still have the events and activities. And we're also very excited about something that's going on with McCoy Park. That's always been known as their Nordic area, 32 tracked kilometers of terrain. Well, that's switched up. We're going to have 2 lifts and a few runs, and it's going to be beginner and intermediate terrain in that bowl. So let's let you know more about the new McCoy Park offerings for alpine skiing and snowboarding.
First, I'd like to express my gratitude to our teams. There are literally decades of experience standing next to me here and throughout McCoy Park right now. So McCoy Park is the newest of our designated learning terrain for Beaver Creek.
It's been a long time in the making, McCoy Park. It's been part of our master development plan for probably around 30 years for Beaver Creek. And formerly it's been Nordic and snowshoe trails out here, which we're still going to have, but it's going to add 17 new trails, 250 acres of groomable glade skiing. It's going to be very unique, and we're looking forward to it.
It means that our beginner and intermediate skiers and riders can have an experience that's like none other. So they start in Hay Meadow Park, which is the base area smart terrain, head up to Red Buffalo Park, which is mountaintop vistas, and then they can progress and come out here to McCoy Park and be able to ski in a tranquil bowl experience. This is unique to Beaver Creek. This is unique to the ski industry.
I think this project's going to go super smooth. They just got to get their survey points in, and they'll start digging with that excavator over there for the top terminal. Put some concrete in the ground, dig tower holes, fly with the helicopter, the concrete into those.
The hardest part is the compressed schedule because of a wildlife closure that we needed to respect. So it's compressed a year project into 4.5 months.
We appreciate the support and partnership with the U.S. Forest Service, and that's really what it is. We work with them hand in hand to make sure that we are respectful of the natural beauty and the natural environment that's out here, while providing welcoming access for our guests to the great outdoors.
With our Red Buffalo Park development from 2 years ago, we saw how popular that was with the guests and that intermediate and beginner skier. And what's unique about McCoy Park is it's kind of a bowl. There's not a lot of cross-traffic. We don't have mixed ability levels. Like, you're not going to see experts out here with beginners and intermediates, as you would maybe in Red Buffalo Park, where those people are going to Ripsaw and Spider. Instead of having those traditional cut runs, it'll be groomable glades. So you'll be able to go in and out of the pockets of trees.
There's a lot of rolling, undulating terrain, just kind of a whole different exploratory experience.
So McCoy Park will provide a unique experience for our new families and young kids who are seeking a mountain adventure and be in this tranquil bowl setting and challenge themselves, connect with nature, and connect with each other.
A good night's sleep can be harder to achieve at altitude. Altitude Control Technology's whole room oxygenation system scientifically stimulates a lower altitude, no matter how high your mountain home may be. Increased oxygen levels eliminate poor sleep and fatigue and promote more energy, better mood, clarity of mind, and recovery from exercise. Contact Altitude Control Technology for a free consultation and start sleeping better after one night.
See and be seen with the eyepieces of Vail. View our curated collection of the best eyewear from around the world. Find your favorite brands and be introduced to new lines of eyeglasses, sunglasses, and goggles. See in style with prescription services done in-house at Eyepieces of Vail. Schedule time with one of our optometrists or get a comprehensive digital eye exam. Our on-site laboratory allows you to get your prescription done quickly so you can get back out there. Eyepieces of Vail, the art of vision.
This weather report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact our Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love. All right, we are back. I want to give you a look at the weather right now. We're seeing the sun getting higher into the sky right now. Plenty of sunshine for today and warm temperatures. Now that's it's a blessing and a curse. You know, we want the colder temperatures to be able to make snow. But you know what? It's nice to have a nice day to wander around the village today. The golfing is still happening down at Gypsum Creek, if you can believe that. I think they are going to close this weekend, but maybe a time to do a little ski in the morning, golf in the afternoon. You can see clear skies above the Gore Range, the top part of that webcam for you. Weather right now, we're seeing low 20s. It still kind of feels chilly though. The real feel is the 16 degrees. But as we go into later on today, we're going to see temperatures into the upper 40s, the 50s as well, and even warmer down valley. So we're not going to really see any chance of precipitation for today. The wind's pretty mild, so good to get out there. And then a couple of other areas. Avon's looking at 53 for today, 52 for Edwards, and as we bring it down to Eagle, 54. So just really, really warm for this time of year to have these temperatures. But for the next couple of days, we're going to see things cool off tonight into the 20s, and then tomorrow we'll start out with sunshine, and then we could see a little bit of that fog. We'll move into a possibility of some rain before it turns to hopefully snow overnight. And then on Tuesday, we have a slight chance of showers between about 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. and then kind of a rain-snow mix with some sunshine in there as well. So it's going to be kind of a mixed bag all throughout the day. And then for your Thanksgiving Day, sunny with a high into the 30s and 40s. But those overnight lows, we're going to see those drop into the single digits Thursday night, Friday night into the teens. Once again, this is great news for snowmaking. Might be a little cold when you walk the dog in the morning, but hey, we'll take those colder temperatures to help bring on the snow. And I don't know if you've been down to the base of Gondola 1 lately, but they just started making snow with the cooler temperatures we had overnight last week. And it's amazing how much snow these new machines can crank out. They have these big whales of snow. They kind of call them big whales because they're big mounds of snow. And then the snowcats kind of push that around to provide that base for the yard down there at Gandhi 1 right now. And they've been blowing on Born Free as well. Vail Resorts is working super hard to get whatever terrain open that they can. But for right now, we still have basically Swingsville, Ramshorn, and Powerline for you. It says 5 runs. It's, visually it seems more like 3 runs, but it's just that because there's different names of the runs, upper Ramshorn, lower Ramshorn, that kind of thing. But 5 runs for you on Vail Mountain, and Beaver Creek once again has delayed their opening. So just want to give you some details on that. But hey, let's take it out to Ashley and find out where she is now. Oh, you've made it down there, the snowmaking.
stay for my amazing hood, right? Because it has warmed up to a balmy 21 degrees, and we've got the snow guns in full force at the base. It's so exciting to see it right down here, and they are going off right now, Trisha. Oh man, okay. But also, you'll notice that you'll find some little chunks, just a little chunk. See this chunk right? That's my very first. Like, could you imagine having a snowball fight with this? Don't do that. You're gonna knock somebody out. But when I first moved to the mountains from Florida, I was studying things about snowboarding because, I'm a nerd, right? And so in my manual that I got with my Burton snowboard, they had some terms that you needed to know if you were going to be like a proper snowboarder, and one of them was death cookies.
Oh yeah.
what death cookies are like these little chunks, like you're going down the mountain. This is like obviously excessive, but you think that they're like, oh, it's like a little powdery little chunk. I'm just gonna ride over that, or I'm gonna like crunch it, or I'm gonna no, they're ice chunks, which is why they're called death cookies. So anyway, if you're up on the mountain and you see chunks like this, don't hit them. Don't.
No,
It's gonna be a bad time.
they're not soft.
It's gonna be a death cookie experience. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Giant
Perfect.
death cookie.
Big giant death. Oh man. Oh wow. Oh no, it's in several pieces of death cookie.
I'm gonna get close though. Hold on. I'm gonna get close because it's hard to hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Take my hood off. Yeah. So 21 degrees. Got the snow blowing. Look at that sun coming out. We got the gondola just kind of warming up, and what a beautiful, beautiful scene here in Vail Village. And there's like little frost on all the sculptures and on top of the rooftops. And
oh yeah,
man, it feels good to be out here. It feels so good. I love it.
I know. Yeah, and we'll start to see people loading up that gondola. 9 a.m. are the hours right now, and last ride up is at 3:15 for Gandhi 1, and then the last ride up for Chair 4 is 3:30, and then you can download as late as 4 o'clock. And that's the only way. We still don't have top to bottom skiing, right, Ashley?
Right, exactly. So this is your access point right here. But it's a beautiful one, isn't it? Like absolutely stunning. And and like I was talking to Meredith, and here I'll keep the gondola in the background because this is what you want to see, right? If you're watching, is anybody watching from Florida this morning, by the way? Because hello. But Meredith, who's behind the camera, was telling me she was just up there yesterday. So it is a whole different world down here compared to what you're gonna find at the top. But she was mentioning the lift lines are substantial. Let's just say that, substantial. And of course they're going to increase as we see more people moving in, into the valley for the holidays. So just be aware, come prepared with entertainment, keep us in your pocket. We'll keep you entertained.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley, no one's chatting from Florida. We got a little chat. Oh, someone's wondering how many days have you skied this year, Trisha? You know what, LP? I've skied opening day, opening weekend, Sunday. I skied then that Friday afternoon. We went up there before the Vail Opera's bell ringing, and then I skied on Sunday. So I've got 4 days in, which I think is the most I've gotten in before Thanksgiving in many, many years. So I've gone up a little bit. And I've skied and teed one of those days. So I skied in the morning, golfed in the afternoon, which it might be what I'm doing at Thanksgiving. I might hit the golf course for Thanksgiving instead. All right, hey, we're going to take it to a commercial break and come back with more. We're going to let you know about the magical lights, give you some details if you want to get some ingredients for your holiday cooking with Nap Harvest, and a lot more, so stay with us. Club One is a pivotal part of the Vail lifestyle, with spacious lockers to store all your gear in a ski-in, ski-out location. Club One is your mountain headquarters, stacked with club amenities and members-only perks. Club One, where the locals locker.
Look your best with fashions from the outlets at Silverthorne. Mountains of brands to suit your style with savings up to 70% off every day. Don't forget to pick up a VIP savings card from the Colorado Welcome Center for even more discounts. Become an Elite Rewards member and earn amazing gifts. Outlets at Silverthorne, located 30 minutes east of Vail, exit 205 on I-70.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevated savings.
All right, I want to give you a quick look at the weather, and then we're going to let you know about some things that are going on throughout the Vail Valley. We're seeing cool temperatures this morning. In fact, we just showed Ashley. She was down there at the base of Gondola One, and she said it's like 21 degrees right there. And, you know, the sun hasn't crested into the valley floor yet. It needs to get a little bit higher to start warming up the lower elevations, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine today. Here's a live look from a cam in Vail showing I-70 down below, Lineside Village, and then Vail Village, and Gore Range way in the background, which you go over when you're going over to Summit County. And if you look kind of at the center of the screen, I know it looks kind of a little fuzzy, but you could see the snowmaking. I could see it up on Born Free and the other areas. It's almost like it's snowing up. And so our temperatures are going to slowly warm up today. We're 23 right now in Vail, and we're pretty similar across the board. And we're going to be up into the 50s, low 50s for today, and plenty of sunshine. Tonight, mostly clear. We'll drop down into the 20s. And then for your Tuesday, we'll start out sunny. We have a chance of some clouds coming through, a slight chance of some showers as well in the form of rain, valley rain, mountain snow. And then for your Wednesday, we'll see a chance of snow. Hopefully that'll produce some accumulation. But looks like these storms are still pretty weak as I check out the National Weather Service. And then sunny on Thanksgiving Day. But the big news after Thanksgiving and Wednesday night and Thursday night is we'll be down into the teens and single digits. So those temperatures will be really good for snowmaking. Here you can see this is the base of Lion's Head. We've got Christie Sports and some of the sports shops and Garfinkel's. Right behind that building, you could see the snow. They're blowing snow on Born Free right now. But as soon as they're able to open those areas, they will. Remember, do not cut any ropes. If it's closed for a reason. Ski Patrol has deemed it not safe to ski on. They'd love to open more terrain, believe me, but they want to keep it safe. And if you've been around our valley for the last couple weeks, you know we've been unseasonably warm, dry, so we really need this weather pattern to change so we can get some more snow out there. But luckily, Vail Resorts invested in some brand new snowmaking systems in 2019, and we're seeing the full effects of that. When you go up Gondola 1, and when you get to the top terminal and you get off, and all of a sudden you see Chair 4 and the runs that are around that, it's a different world. There's so much snow up there. It's really great coverage. So we are happy that we've been able to open what we can, and we're thankful for that. Speaking of being grateful this week. So that's a look at your weather right now. Are we going to talk a little bit about some Instagram pictures? We want you to submit your content. We want to see what you're up to. You can hashtag Vail Live to be either featured in the newspaper or featured on here. It's pretty beautiful when with the clear air and you breathe a bit. Yes, it is. That looks like a great shot. Oh, wow. Somebody's enjoying the new snow. A little powder for the dog. Fearless little dude sends it. Oh, man, your pets love this. Oh, and look at this. Eagle Veterinary, Vail Live, Pets of Eagle Vet. That's a cute little thing that they have. Awesome. So yes, send us your photos, submit your videos to VailDailyLive/submit. And we would love to showcase your family out there on the slopes or maybe just playing with a dog in the yard. We want to see what you're up to. We want you to be part of our community. And keep in mind, when you are watching us, you can watch us on YouTube and Facebook and chat with us via those platforms. If you're watching just on Vail.com or VailDailyLive.com, flip over to those other platforms and you can chat with us during the live show, and then you can always watch the show later if you aren't up this early or you got something else to do. Watch us later on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. We're also a podcast on Spotify, so if you're at the gym, you're working out, maybe taking the dog for a walk, keep in touch with what's going on and we'll keep you updated. Hey, let's bring it back out to Ashley, who's standing by outside now. That she's moved from the ski museum all the way up. Oh, wait. Oh, now you're in the Gorsuch Cafe.
Listen, as you're making this look super cool, I was also a little chilly and I wanted to warm up and see what this place is all about because I haven't been in here yet. But look at how charming this is. We're in the Gorsuch Ski Cafe. It's so beautiful and just cozy, and the way that they have curated everything, like no detail is left undone. I mean, like look at the little keyholes in the chairs. Like you feel like you're walking into Bavaria. And Trisha, listen, okay, we've got Thanksgiving coming up this week, right? So if you want to add a little something to your Thanksgiving table, have you seen these Lederhosen wine cooler? Like how cool is this situation?
And it's real
like,
suede, right?
Yeah. Like this is the coolest wine holder I've ever seen. And then also, of course, Mary and I were checking it out.
Oh, wow.
Coming right out of Nuremberg.
Is that Glühwein?
Yes, Glühwein. I was just telling Mary, I was actually, I went to this little Christmas village in Nuremberg with some of my girlfriends. We went to the real Oktoberfest, and then we took a little day trip to Nuremberg, and that's exactly what it looks like right there.
Oh, man.
So cool. Great way to bring the holidays to your table, you know?
That is so cool. I've heard so many cool things about those winter markets that go on, the holiday markets there.
No, I need to go, but you know what? Next best thing, just come on in and have yourself a little moment here at Gorgeous Ski Cafe. Don't you worry, I am going to get myself a little chai before we head on out of here. But oh my gosh, right? Like this is so incredibly cute. I love it. No wonder you guys have been hanging out here while I've been in the studio for the last couple weeks.
I know. Can we just move our studio there? Hey, I see they've got gift wrap available right behind you.
Oh,
yes. By your presence.
Yeah, think of this wrap. I mean, gift wrap, helmets, goggles, atmosphere, candy.
Oh yeah.
They also, I think we were talking about this. They sell my very favorite candles in the entire world, the Fraser Fir candles that make it smell like Christmas in your house, like 24/7. They're my favorite. Anyway, so yeah, this is a great little nook. So I'm all for just like maybe having like our remote studio right in here.
Yeah.
Also, Meredith, can you show them this? Look at the fuzzy chair that Meredith's sitting in. Right? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like a shearling chair. It's like having a blanket right there for you instead of leather.
So cozy. Now, Trisha, I feel like should we talk a little bit about Nap Harvest? Should that be a thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, so I was thinking about, like with Thanksgiving coming up, and obviously everybody's like getting the supplies for their Thanksgiving feasts. And if you want something that is local, Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch is the place to go. So they have so many different options when it comes to produce, and then also just some great ingredients. And you know that so many of them are coming from the local areas, and there's nothing like the atmosphere, and also knowing that you're helping with some farm to table ingredients, and then it's just a very, very cool space, and the whole idea behind it is really special. So if you want to add a little something besides some wine and Lederhosen to your Thanksgiving table, head on down to Nap Harvest.
Thanksgiving is coming up, and your headquarters for ingredients and ideas are right here at Nap Harvest here in Eagle Ranch. And joining us now, we have Carrie Hogan. And Carrie, Nap Ranch does such a great job with all the ideas, and then Nap Harvest is where we can get these ideas.
Absolutely. And Thanksgiving is all about celebrating the bounty of our earth. And to me, this is a great way to do it with local, organic produce that you can support those farmers that have worked all season to bring this to you. So you can celebrate with your family and friends. We have everything you need, and all organic, beautiful. We have recipes as well.
Yeah, perfect. So if we're looking for the meat, the eggs, the milk, anything, all the ingredients.
Absolutely. And as you know, all the ingredients make a big difference. Yeah. So every ingredient makes a difference to your recipe. So even olive oils, which is the most adulterated product in the world, we have 100% olive oils. We have sourced everything to make sure that it's all very well, including our honey, which is also adulterated in other parts of the world.
And what's also neat is knowing what kind of fruit or vegetable to put in.
Yes.
They have this section of apples, so many different kinds of apples. What's good for snacking? What's good for salads? What's good for a sauce? What's good for pies? So if we're incorporating that harvest into our meal,
absolutely,
you're gonna give us some ideas.
Come down here. We did an apple tasting. Who knew? I really didn't know the differences between all of them. And so, yeah, this is the stuff we're learning down here, and we're happy to share with you. It's fascinating. It's awesome.
And then if we need a little help, or we don't have the time or the skills, maybe
true.
we're just bringing a side, you have Second Nature Gourmet.
Thank God for Second Nature Gourmet. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we will have meals ready, prepared for you. If you have to work Thanksgiving, there's no reason you can't have all the works. So we'll have them for sale here, along with the other Second Nature to-go organic meals.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're gonna have that too. All right, and then we can't forget if we're decorating. I mean, maybe put a couple of gourds, some pumpkins, some squash on the table, but then even gift ideas.
We have wonderful little hostess and host gifts, so little tea towels with Thanksgiving themes, and wonderful little gifts, all under $20. So it's fun to if you're bringing something, maybe you wrap your bread in a tea towel or something very cute. So lots and lots of things here to one-stop shopping. That's what we like to say.
And speaking of bread,
yes.
if you need bread for your stuffing, they're going to have all the different kinds. You could maybe, just for a color change or that sort of thing.
Absolutely. All sorts of fresh breads made right here in the valley.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And then one thing you guys are known for is your honey.
Oh my goodness, that's the secret ingredient to all of the recipes for your Thanksgiving meal. We have recipes you can pick up here, but the glaze for the turkey, the sweet potatoes, the squash recipes, even the cornbread.
Okay.
I have a little honey in mine too. So come down for ideas. We have lots and lots of ideas.
Okay, yeah, and year round, they're going to have great ideas for you. But check it out, Nap Harvest here in Eagle Ranch.
Bright Future Foundation empowers families and individuals affected by domestic violence and sexual assault through prevention, crisis intervention, advocacy, and long-term healing services. Join us in making futures bright for survivors in our community.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatssilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years. All right, here's a look. I was just looking at the goggles, but let's see what goggles we need today. We're going to look at the weather first, and we're going to have plenty of sunshine, so a darker lens is going to be best. But here's what we're going to see. Temperatures pretty chilly this morning. Here's a live look in Vail. You can see them getting ready for the day, dropping things off, and people are starting to head to the slopes. The slopes will open at 9 a.m. today and close at 3:30. We're going to see 23 right now. It kind of feels like 16 degrees. I know Ashley's out there. She's telling us it is a bit cool this morning, but good news, they're able to make snow with temperatures in this range. But as for your daytime high, we'll see things into the 50s all throughout Eagle County. And then a lot of sunshine overnight. We'll see things drop into the 20s and the teens, mostly clear. And we're going to see a slight chance of showers on Tuesday afternoon. Could be in the form of mountain rain, valley snow. Valley rain, mountain snow. And then Wednesday, cloud cover as well. Wednesday, we'll have a 40% chance of snow, mostly cloudy with the high right around the mid-30s for the day. And then for your Thanksgiving Day, we'll see sunny conditions, good for traveling. A lot of people travel on that day to get back and forth over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. And then the nighttime lows will be really chilly. Wednesday, 11 degrees. Thursday, 8. Teens for Friday, but that is great news for the snowmaking that we're looking to do, and hopefully Mother Nature will start cooperating with us. She always does. The snow always comes. You just got to wait for it a little bit. So that's a look at your weather. Bundle up this morning, but then by this afternoon, if you are going skiing, you don't really need the heavy layers or the balaclava underneath the helmet. I think you'll be okay with just a neck gaiter today, but you can always pack something in the backpack. It is cooler as you travel higher up in elevation. It does drop 3 or 4 degrees for 1,000 feet that you travel. So just calculate that from the base elevation to going up on the mountain. When you don't think you need it when you're down by the parking lot, you might need it when you're up there. But you can see kind of those foggy, little fuzzy areas of white. That's the snowmaking. The snow guns are pushing that snow out to the slopes. And here's a look at Vail Village for you. But let's take a look at your lens of the day. I was just checking out these 4D mags from Smith. The color on this, we got the black goggle frame with the black strap. And now this is going to come with 2 different lenses. So for the bright sunny days, we're going to have the red. This is for lighting conditions that are sunny, bright, intense. And then it also comes with a goggle for low light conditions. So this is going to be a yellow lens for the darker, the stormier days, kind of like Friday. If you were out Friday afternoon, like we were at the Vail Daily, you definitely needed the lighter lens for that day. And then what Smith does is they have a couple little buttons here and a little bit of some magnet technology that allows you to take the goggle, flip out the dark lens, put in the light lens, and then you are good to go. You lock it in with these 2 little buttons here, and there you go. And also new this year, they have the bird's eye vision, and that clarifies not only your line going down the hill, but also the riders in your periphery. You can see it goes all the way down to the bottom. So kind of just nice. A lot of people say, I don't like wearing goggles because I feel like I'm kind of, blindfolded. But you're not. Not with these. The bird's eye is going to help you see better. And there's an anti-fog coating on the inside of the lens that's going to help it. And also, once you put the goggles on, just leave them on. When you take them on and off, you have a tendency to have things fog up a little bit more. So once again, the 4D mag from Smith, and you can find these at Eyepieces. Eyepieces has several locations from the top of Bridge Street, the middle of Vail Village, over in Lionshead, Beaver Creek, even over in Snowmass. But let's take it out to Ashley. She's standing by, I think still down at the base, or maybe she's in the Gorsuch Cafe, the ski cafe. Oh, you found another area of warmth. Good for you.
Yep. Yeah, Trisha, it's still holding tight at 21 degrees out here according to my phone. So Mary and I found ourselves a fireplace. But this is kind of an ironic fireplace. And the reason why I wanted to bring you down here is right behind me is Gore Creek. And it's all named after Lord Gore. He's this Irish aristocrat that came out for this huge hunting expedition in the late 1800s. And according to encyclopedia.com, it cost about $500,000. He was here for about 3 years, 1854 to 1857. And he claims to have killed 2,000 buffalo, 1,600 deer and elk, and 105 bears. Now, he also had a huge company with him to help on this hunting expedition. So he had a wagon loaded with weapons, pistols, shotguns, 75 rifles. And then he also, of course, had a large green and white linen tent to have his brass bed in for his hunting. But here's why I'm here at this fireplace, right? So at the end of his expedition, there's a story about how he was getting ready to move on to his next adventure. And so he had all of his goods loaded up, wagons full of heirlooms, books, like original novels by like super famous authors, barrels of whiskey, things of this nature, right? And I think it was one of the guys that was in his, his group of hunters that offered him a price for all of these goods before he took off. Well, he apparently was so insulted by this price that he was offered that he set the whole thing on fire. Just set the whole thing on fire so that nobody could have it. And he was just like, nope, bye, I'm out. Threw a massive temper tantrum, created a giant bonfire with all of his worldly possessions that were worth so much money just because he got mad at the guy.
Whoa.
He was just so over it. So over it.
That's crazy.
So here we have a bonfire right next to Gore Creek, named after, as Megan put it last week, our diva, Lord Gore.
Yeah.
Mountain ranges and everything after. So
Okay.
there you have it.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for that little history lesson. Thanks for braving the cold to let us see what's going on down at the base. It's cool to see those snowmaking guns working. And Ashley, we got some overnight lows. Looks like Wednesday night, 7 as your overnight low. And then for Thanksgiving night, maybe 16. So good snowmaking weather. That's we got to spin it. We got to spin it to the positive. So that's what we want. But thanks so much for your reporting today. We're gonna say goodbye. Make sure if you didn't get to catch the whole show, you can always catch us on later on Roku, Amazon, Apple TV, Spotify. You can still stay with us and also rewatch it on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you tomorrow.